Nagas, stand up, man. 1831. Heralded the end of slavery in the British Empire, man. We've been talking a lot about the Roman Saturnalia, you know what I'm saying? Just know that some Nagas uprise at this time. You know, it's not just a time for their winter solstice pop offness. It's also time for uprise for a Naga. You know, I just want to make this real clear, you know, add this to the flow as we went in on the Invictus and all that stuff, man. Look, man, we see clearly. You know, when you are aware, you know, you can put your own intention on things.
Bro, this guy is
Think
just
about this
saying
time of
shit.
year, man. Think about your freedom, man. These Jamaicans was thinking about freedom, you know, in 1831. You know what I'm saying? They said, oh, okay, this is when they want to shut down and pop off, man. Okay, let's pop off for real, for real. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, you know, the Exodus is a real thing. You know, no one is meant to be invaded forever. No one's meant to be in captivity forever. And any conquistador already knows that uprisings are a part of the game. When you are invading full time, when you have a full-time invasion in your mind, please believe uprising is a big threat. A big way they keep us from uprising is keeping us distracted, keeping us into monetary currency and shucking and jiving for a buck and trying to pay the bills, trying to pay rent. You know, they got us in all these power games. You know, now you're trying to get to the top. They don't want to look like one of these rebellious Nagas. They don't want to mess up their job opportunities. They still got to work for the man. Nagas in a sad state of disregard right now, but we always find a way. Just know it ain't over, man. You know, you prisoners of war, that ain't forever. You weren't meant to be no homeborn slave. Hasharallah. Israel, you're not a homeborn slave. Is your boss? Israel, are you a homeborn slave? Yeah, Hasharallah, what's your profession? Keeping the code is your profession. And sometimes war is your profession. Uprising is your profession. Freedom is your profession. Exodus is your profession. Especially when the Pharaoh don't want to let you go. Don't want to restore. I mean, this corporation ain't even giving us an apology. They don't even acknowledge the invasion. But they want us to acknowledge the corporation and their powers and be patriotic and do their Saturnalias and all their fake holy days, right? And if we're out of that, then we're looked at as rebellious. We're looked at as strange. Because we decide to get freedom. Remember, man, you choose it, man. Peaceful slavery or dangerous freedom. Peaceful slavery doesn't make slavery go away. It just makes it easier on the invader because you're peaceful. You put down your bow and arrow. Yeah. And they still gun us down, lock us up, and feed us a bunch of lies. Well, these Jamaicans had enough of it in 1831. Shout out to my Jamaican Nagas. It was time for an uprising. They didn't want to talk about it. They wanted to be about it. Power concedes nothing without a demand. Power concedes nothing. The hijack's not going to give you nothing without a demand. It never did and it never will. Frederick Douglass. Real rap right there. That's real spill, man. Power concedes nothing without a demand. It never did, it never will. Lincoln did not free enslaved people. Enslaved people freed themselves. Lincoln may have signed a piece of paper called the Emancipation Proclamation, but he did not believe enslaved people were equal. Enslaved people In freeing themselves were demonstrating their humanity, their dignity, and existence. They weren't trying to be rebellious Nagas, but remember, we're not anti-American, are we? We are the American, the originals. Color Nagas brought here? No, found here, boss. So you found a bunch of copper-colored people here? And these are the Americans? So who's anti-American? Anybody against the copper-colored Naga would be anti-American. But what's their definition of anti-American? Anybody opposed to the revolution in America? Oh, okay. Like an uprising. So if you're against the uprising, you're anti-American. You're against the copper-colored Khan if you're against the uprising. If you're against the uprising, the redemption, the recompense, the restoration, the revelation. If you are against the freedom of these copper-colored people found here, such as my Jamaican family, and all my Nagas across the plain, not just in America, everywhere we've been scattered, Europe, all the Indias, Africa, everywhere. If you're against the uprising of the people, you are anti-us. Anti-who? Anti-America. Yeah, they tried to change it to their, anti-them, right? Because America to them is just a corporation. But before they called it a corporation, boss, it was a people. It was a Khan dynasty. Khan means priest in Hebrew. It was a priesthood. And if you're against the priesthood, that are the original people, that are the copper-colored tribes, if you're against the uprising and the redemption of these people, you are anti-American. Opposed to America, we know who the American is. The indigenous original, right? Copper-colored Khan, or true interest or government. Well, we have our own government, our own prester, you know what I'm saying? We got our own Jerusalem, our own priesthood. Here against the true interests. So what are our true interests? Freedom, uprising, exodus, restoration of everything. We want our land. We want our, dragons flying and protecting the Khans at all times. You got your guardians. You got your gold. You can barter. You're free. You don't got to work for no one. You can just pop off, give people things. They can give you stuff. You can live. You don't got to pay no bills. You got free energy again. You popping off. You got pure water. You got fruit. You got veggies. You got everything you want. They call it uprising. We call it being American. It's the American way. It's the American way. That is our true interest, not the corporation of the United States. It's a more and more war. Now, if you opposed to the revolution in America, you are anti-American. You opposed to the revolution in America, you are anti-copper-colored Naga. You are anti-black person. You are anti-Negro. You are anti-nigger. Don't be an anti-nigger. Be a real Naga. Don't be be anti-revolution. Don't be anti-uprising in the Americas. Don't be anti-American. Nah, Lincoln didn't do shit. Lincoln didn't do a mother-sucking thing. But by uprising, by being revolutionaries, because they embrace revolutionary. As you see, they have a definition of anti-American, being against the revolution. The hijack, embraces revolution. And if you're opposed to it, then you're anti-American. What's revolution? What's revolution, boss? Come on, man. I'm not talking physics. I'm not talking plan.